Hey everybody, Boneful back at you again. So I just picked up a brand new pair of Hammer Power Diesel Night shoes. And I decided, hey, let's talk about bowling shoes. I haven't talked about bowling shoes, I don't think, in any of my videos yet. So we'll talk a little bit about bowling shoes. We'll try to keep it around 10 minutes or so. I'm not going to bore you to death. But I wanted to talk about what to look for in a bowling shoe and my experience with bowling shoes since I bought my first pair of bowling shoes back in 2024. All right, so let's talk about my bowling shoes that I have here. So my very first bowling shoes I got when I got back into bowling in the beginning of 2024 were the KR Strike Force. I'll put a picture up on the screen there for you. They were around 50 bucks. They did not have interchangeable soles. They were just a cheap beginner shoe that I bought that I didn't want to break the bank buying, so I ended up buying those. They lasted me for about 3 months before I decided to upgrade to these. These are the Hammer Diesels. And at the time, it was summer of 2024. These were about 199 bucks. I got them at Bowler's Mart. I had $50 worth of points because I always bought a whole bunch of stuff from them. And so I bought these for pretty much 150 bucks. So another shoe that went on sale along with these were the Power Diesel, just like this one, but they were purple. I'm sure you guys have seen those before. I just couldn't get myself to buy the shoe in purple. I mean, it was a cool, the power lace design and all that stuff, but I couldn't get over the color purple. Even though it was dirt cheap, I think they were selling them for like as low as $110. The sizes were so off from my normal shoe that I wear that I had to send these back 3 times until I finally found the size that fit me correctly. Good thing about Bowler's Mart is they had free return policy, so they paid for all the return shipping and whatnot. So very, very fortunate on that one. But it was just a pain in the ass. I didn't get the shoes that finally fit me until about a month later of back and forth of returning the product. So one problem that I have with these when I first had them on is the insoles that come with these do not have any arch support whatsoever. And I have a high arch in my foot. So that posed a problem. So I had arch pain every time after I was done bowling, which does not work for me. These are insoles that I got on Amazon. And by the way, I'm not affiliated with this brand at all, but I've been wearing this brand for probably 15, 20 years in all my shoes, my running shoes, my walking shoes, and now my bowling shoes. These were 60 bucks on Amazon. You put them in the oven for 160 degrees. This is supposed to change color when they're ready. I think it's like 5 or 10 minutes. And then you throw them in the shoe and walk around in your shoe for like 10 minutes and it'll mold to the shape of your foot. So if you have any kind of pain, I would highly recommend that you get aftermarket arch supports. And that's one of the negatives I heard about the Hammer shoes is you just need to get arch supports. Not a big deal though. So let's move over to the big boys. So I just got these the other day. I bought them from Gebhardt's. It was $195 with a promo code. And I even paid the $5.95 extra, and they would do return shipping and all that stuff for the $5.95 fee until I got the size shoe that I actually needed. These were a little bit large on me. So these were size 11. And my Brooks, I wear Brooks normal running shoes as walking shoes, and I wear a size 12. So I went down a full size on those, and those were actually a little bit too big for me. So what I did on these, I went down to 10.5. So they recommend when you're buying the Hammer shoes to go down a size and a half from your normal shoe, and it seems to work. So the 10.5 actually fit perfectly. So let's open these up and see what this whole thing includes here. So you got a little keychain here. We've got a bag, and this bag fits all your slides and heels. You've got a booty. All right, so let's just put it over your shoe when you're walking around off the approach so you don't get the slide all sticky. Last thing you want to do is walk around the bowling alley without this on, then you go back to bowl, and then you stick and trip over the foul line. Not fun. All right, so it comes with different heels. This is a leather heel. So if you want slide on your sole and heel, you put that on. This is a different heel they give you. So I think this one just has a little bit more grip than the one that comes with it. And then they give you a number 6, which is leather, and then a 10. And then the one on the shoe is an 8. So let's open these up. Very cool. I was a little nervous getting the ratcheting laces because I figured they would probably break on me knowing my luck. But the cool thing about these shoes is they have a 12-month warranty. So if these do break for any reason, the shoe's covered. They'll probably send you a brand new pair out. Now, that doesn't include misuse and abuse of the shoe, but if this thing breaks for whatever reason within a year, they send it back and get a free replacement. So pretty cool looking. You can't go wrong with black, right? And it'll got a little shininess on the side there. It looks pretty sharp. Comes with an 8 slide. This is felt, I believe. And then you just have the ratcheting laces. So you tighten it, and then if you want to loosen it, you just pop them off, and then they become loose. So pretty cool. That's the right shoes for a right-hand bowler like me. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out and make sure that if you are replacing with aftermarket, just make sure you take out the soles that come with it. And then all you do is just pop them in like this. This is actually a size 12 insole, but it still fits pretty good. So there we go. All right, now all the different soles, I'll kind of explain what all the different soles mean. So we have a number 8, we've got a 6 and a 10. All right, so I'll line those up so you can see those. We got 6, 8, 10 there. And I'll just kind of read off what each number means. So with hammer, you have different color soles to make it easier to just grab them out and know exactly which one you're grabbing. I've never really switched out my 8 on my older shoes. So I've never really tried the 6 or the 10. Never really had to, okay? So with number 6, they say is a good starting point. It's moderate approach conditions. That's usually orange. The number 8 would be more slide. That comes in white. And that's for tackier approaches or sticky lanes, or if you want a faster approach speed. Number 10 would be the most slide. That's going to be your darker color. That's a felt. That's for very sticky, humid conditions, or for bowlers who need max slide. All right. So like I said, I've never really messed around with the other ones, but I probably will just try them out. Maybe in rainy, humid conditions, I should probably have switched out to a 10. Another option you can do too is you have this brush. I think I paid like 15 bucks for this brush. And these will get dirty, right? So if you want more slide on your shoe for whatever sole you have, you take this brush and you go from toe towards heel and just brush it and you'll get more slide. If you want your shoe to stick more, you go from the heel to the toe in this direction. And it's a good idea to clean these up with a brush, you know, every month or so. And that way they just kind of stay new. These soles have lasted me close to 2 years and they're still going strong. So pretty cool. So hopefully this answered a little bit of your questions here about bowling shoes. It's not a complex subject, obviously, right? So if you are just starting out in bowling and you see yourself picking up this sport and you're buying 5+ bowling balls already and it's only been 3 months, you may want to pick up a decent pair of shoes. So there's an old saying that I truly go by, and it's buy once, cry once. Get the good quality stuff out the gate and you don't have to worry about it falling apart or crapping out on you in the near future. So these shoes should last me at least 5 years. They're all black. You can't go wrong with all black. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give me a like, comment down below, and let me know what brand shoe you wear. Do you change out your slides, or do you keep the same slide on there? Are you brand loyal? Do you have the Hammer Power Diesel Knights, and how do you like them? Also, if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. I will review pretty much any bowling product that I get, including bowling shoes. So with that said, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Happy bowling, everybody.